Hey everyone, it's Father Ryan. I hope this finds you well, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know that this year a lot of us weren't able to travel to be with family or friends like we might usually do this time of year because of coronavirus. But I hope that it was still a day filled with a lot of joy. I hope that wherever you were, that you were with people you love, that you ate delicious food, and that you remembered to give God great thanks for all the blessings of this life. This weekend, this Sunday, the church begins a new season. It's actually a whole new year in the church's calendar. We begin the season of Advent. The season of Advent is a season of watching and waiting, a season of preparing to get ready to celebrate the great feast of Christmas. The season of Advent begins 4 Sundays before Christmas, and as hard as that might be to believe, it's only 4 Sundays until Christmas. The season of Advent, that word Advent, comes from an old Latin word, adventus, that means coming to. And it reminds us that Christmas, while it is a great day to be together with family and exchange gifts, it's so much more than that. Christmas is the day when we remember, of course, the birth of the baby Jesus. We remember the greatest truth of all, that because God loves us, God comes to us. God comes to be born among us, that Jesus is God with us. That's amazing, right? In the prophet Isaiah, who we just heard from, we heard long before Jesus, the people of God ask God to tear open the heavens and come down to fix the things that were broken, to come down to be with them when they were scared or afraid, to come down to heal the things that were hurt, to come down to show his love. Christmas reminds us that God answered that prayer. God tore open the heavens and came to be with us in the person of Jesus. That God tears open the heavens and comes to be with us always, even now. There are a lot of traditions that help get us ready to celebrate Christmas, to help observe this season of Advent. And one of my favorites is the Advent wreath, and I'm actually working on making mine right now. Some of you may have already made yours or may be getting ready to. Mine is not yet decorated with all the beautiful greens, but we have the basic shape right now, which of course is a circle, which reminds us that God's love doesn't have a beginning, middle, and end. God's love is forever and never ends, just like a circle has no beginning or end, and it goes forever. And in the Advent wreath, we put candles. There are 4 candles, 3 purple ones and 1 pink one. And we light the first one today, the first purple candle on this first Sunday in Advent. And over the Sundays to come, we'll light more candles, 1 each Sunday. It looks something like this if you haven't seen it before. As we light each candle after the other, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter until all 4 candles are burning at Christmas, and maybe even a white one in the middle, celebrating and remembering that Jesus is the light of the world. And John's gospel tells us that he's a light darkness could never overcome. There is a lot in our world right now that maybe feels like darkness, a lot that's scary because of the virus, a lot that feels like we don't know what's going to come next. But this season of Advent, these Advent wreaths, and of course the season of Christmas reminds us that God's light, God's love come into our lives and into the world so that we never have to be scared, so that we never have to think we're alone, so that we would always have the light we need to see how to walk in God's ways and to share God's love. So this Advent, I hope that maybe you'll make an Advent wreath or find some other way to get ready to celebrate Christmas, and that most of all, you'll remember the truth of Christmas, which is that God, because God loves us, can't wait to tear open the heavens and come to be with you and come to be with me so that we would know we're never alone. And so we would know that in all our days, we walk with God because God walks with us, because God loves us. And God's love holds us, and God's love can make all things new. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you're looking forward to this season of Advent where we can watch and wait for how God comes to be with us. And I hope you, like me, can't wait to celebrate Christmas together. Be well, friends, and see you soon.